Comparisons across the eras are difficult, but Michael Jordan, he is on the verge of accomplishing what his most formidable contemporaries could not. The Chicago Bulls, now on the verge of such excellence that they believe no one will be able to deny them a place on the short list of all-time great NBA teams. The Chicago Bulls, end of an extraordinary basketball odyssey, and believing to a man that tonight is the night.
This is the NBA on NBC. The 1993 NBA Finals. Game 5 between the Chicago Bulls and the Phoenix Suns.
And their only chance to do it in front of their home fans.
What time is it?
Conceivably have given these Bulls a run for their money, but that's for parlor games. The Bulls have turned back all challengers in a 3-year span. The last of these is who, though down 3-1, have proved to be a stern test. Their job tonight is simply this: they must somehow tear up the script and silence
its aggressiveness. He's made a decision to take it to the basket like he has taken it against no other team. Total confidence in getting to the rim and finishing the play. It's almost as if Michael Jordan has made. It's almost as if
40 shots, we're going to win or lose with you. And then they must be physical.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Chicago Bulls welcome the Bulls. Now for tonight's lineups. First for the visiting Phoenix Suns. At forward, a 6'7" forward from Oklahoma State, Richard Dumas. At center, 6'10" from Old Dominion, Mark West. Michigan, 6'6", Dan Marley. California, Kevin Johnson. The Phoenix Suns are coached by Paul Westphal, assisted by line. And now the starting lineup. And forward, from Clemson, 6'10", Horace Grant. The man in the middle from San Francisco, 7'1", Bill Cartwright, B.J. Armstrong. From North Carolina, at third, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
The always stirring player entered. The officials are Joey Crawford with the basketball, Jess Kersey, and Jake O'Donnell. No team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. Bulls with the 3-game lead for 3. Charles Barkley opening up by a
They're going to have to really set their offense and go inside to Charles Barkley. Really set the tone that they're going to be powering the ball inside tonight.
But Barkley continues to fire from outside, and he's given the Suns a 2-0 lead. Getting back, Charles Barkley from outside in game number 4.
you can see that Grant doesn't.
Michael Jordan for 3. Yes. He converts from 3-point territory. Suns 4, the Bulls 3. Johnson, yes.
I'm afraid to see what the number Michael each game they've gone up 31 points, 42 points, 44, 55. Scottie Pippen with the backdoor layup.
And that was a beautiful pass from Michael Jordan.
After Jordan makes this three-pointer, he turns and comes back almost with a sense of satisfaction on his face, as if to say, yes, I feel it early, I'm off to a good start. Then playing with the backdoor pass.
Now Barkley posts up. Yes. Charles Barkley feeling it in the early going, and he's got 5 leads.
See, I like this strategy. Like I said earlier, hey, get him 30 to 40 shots. If you're going to lose, you lose with Charles Barkley.
Here's Jordan. So Michael has hit his first 2 for 5 points. Suns by 1.
And Phoenix has come out again with Kevin Johnson playing Michael Jordan. He hasn't gone inside. He's making it from the outside.
Crowd looking for a on Mark West for the reach-in. Tried to knock it away from Cartwright.
His first field goal attempt was a 3-pointer. This one in a little bit closer, shooting and playing with an extreme amount of...
Jordan guarded by Marley. They'd like to get Cartwright involved. And they do. Suns.
Charles Barkley guarding him.
Suns have hit their last 5 shots. They missed their first 4. Barkley off a double team, yes, and it counts. Barkley will go to the line.
Well, Paul Westphal, because they're going into him every single time. When a crucial game, you put the weight on your superstar's shoulder, and that's what the Phoenix Suns are doing right now.
Foul was Charles Barkley, who has had a storm mentioned prior. Still bothered by the sore right elbow, but it did not get worse. Has come out looking very sharp. He's hit 3 out of 4. Coming for a 7th point. Sun. And now looks to regroup. And now takes it by himself. Met by the double team. Had to pitch it out. Here's Dumas. Well done, Bob.
Patience, execution.
Well, Michael Jordan with 5 points and 2 assists has accounted for all 9 Chicago points. We talked with Michael prior to the game, asked what his approach would be in coming out tonight in game number 5.
Suns again in Phoenix. I think that the momentum will switch.
Suns 15 and the Bulls 9. Barkley again. And the Suns have hit their last 8.
Wake-up call timeout. Phil Jackson telling the team, hey, we got to get going. Let's not let them hang around and think they're going to disappear all of a sudden. They're building a lot of confidence.
Cartwright strip Pippen on the recovery. And I would think that, and the Suns get a new 24. Johnson with a beautiful crossover to set it up. Yes!
There's the in-between
Call, but first a look at the Kevin Johnson move with a crossover to beat B.J. Armstrong.
And when Kevin is
Suns back to the offense. They lead by 8. Open shot for Dumas. The Suns now lead 21-11. They have connected.
was open both of those times, and he should have got the ball to Charles Barkley.
Pippen with the fake. Beautiful baseline. They double up on Barkley. Johnson. Oh, what a move. Johnson, he's hit 4 by 10. And they've hit 11. And they've hit 11. Oh, the alley-oop for Michael Jordan. Again, the double on Barkley. Dumas from deep has been jump-starting the Suns in half. He went 25 minutes in all the other night, hit 8 of 11. Jordan's pass broken up. Johnson for Barkley. Armstrong back, and Charles Barkley extends 27-15.
Key to the game for the Phoenix Suns is that
10 on the shot clock when we come back. It will be Phoenix ball. They lead by 12.
him in a different direction than he really wants to go. Left hand pulls, Jordan changes direction. The lob pass by Scottie Pippen, Jordan converts. Take him one way, pull him with that left hand if you can get away with it, and then all you have to do, take him one way, pull him with that left hand if you can get away with it, and then all you have to do is be able to jump 3 feet above the rim and convert.
You know, I still like what Phoenix is doing right here. They're really mixing their offense up very well. They're running when they get a chance, having shots already, and he's on that pace.
Like has hit 5 out of 7, 11 points. Nice pass. Dumas from Barkley. A reverse stuff by the rookie, Richard Dumas, with just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Scott Williams has come on for the first time. Here is Armstrong. They've out-rebounded the Bulls 10-2. Dumas, yes.
To play a little bit better, and that's what they're doing right here. They're playing a little bit better.
Shot clock is down to 4. Scottie Pippen. Barkley. Rebounded by Pippen. And Pippen accelerates. Pippen all the way is fouled by Dumas.
Let's go back a moment.
Mark Weston. With a combination of Frank Johnson and Kevin Johnson on the floor at the same time. And Pippen from center court. Charles Barkley providing a spark. Charles coming out 26, 62% shooting.
This in the team trying to loosen them up a little bit. Not happy that they're being out-rebounded. Stacey drop step reverse move.
Kevin Johnson departs. So Dumas is now guarding Jordan. Pippen. 8 on net for Chicago.
For Chicago, as Michael sees the double team coming, Scottie Pippen.
And Charles Barkley in the face of Jake O'Donnell, the wrong man.
Officiating more finals than anybody and letting go with that.
Chicago. Phoenix got back. Stacey King, who just checked in. Paxson eluding Barkley. Hits the hook. John Paxson.
It starts with defense for the Chicago Bulls. Ability to defend sometimes goes unnoticed. They brought this guy off the bench to get...
1.5 minutes. He has 7 points and 5 assists. Miller, nice look. Barkley, a 5-28 lead.
Out that time, he couldn't find his way down the lane.
Barkley for Miller, block. Miller again. Miller with the tip. Oliver Miller hanging in, extends to a 37. First.
The second and third effort is here tonight for the Phoenix Suns. Miller keep
Playoffs. This his first appearance.
him in the game and show he can help out.
Not only that, Mike, but also give the team some energy. Right now, they have no energy. They're flat. Pick them up, and I think he's going to try to go.
And Scott Williams departs to back out. Here's Paxson straight away for 20-footers and then set up Michael Jordan in some key situations in the pivotal game against Portland, and he has played a major role here in the first half. Paxson again. 3 of 3 from three-point land. 7:14 to go.
Minutes, and that's what got them this early lead.
Jordan, difficult shot. Michael Jordan with the turn.
Down low, Michael Jordan knows if he catches it quick enough and turns before.
They led after 133-21. Charles Barkley, Richard Jordan showing some signs after not looking to shoot for a long stretch. Jordan on the follow. Johnson off the dribble. Dumas played by Purdue. Richard Dover, Will Purdue, and Dumas has 12 points. Phoenix leads by 4. Armstrong for 3. Joey Crawford, the outside official, looking for help from Jess Kersey. And they're saying Chicago maintains possession.
What happened first, KJ hit his arm, and the ball really went off of John, but they said, well, since we didn't call the foul, we're going to get the ball back to the Chicago Bulls.
Jordan, yeah.
You know what that was? By Jordan is the one that he likes. Here, he becomes an offensive rebounder to help. Here, he tries right to left. I use that against Marley. It works.
Bulls with the lead for the first time tonight. Armstrong passed on the 3, hits the 2. Chicago.
And whenever you get a team who goes on a run like that, is that you can stop it. One, obviously, is dig in and play defense, but the other is from the floor as John Paxson goes off and the crowd shows up the run is go to the foul line, get some free throws, stop the game momentum.
First half. with the
Charles calling for the ball, telling Kevin, dribble right back here and give it to me again in the same spot as last time.
Johnson penetrates. And Johnson saw the opening, took advantage. Armstrong trying the three, and Barkley rips it down. So the Bulls now have hit a drought after the hot sheet. Marley for three. Oh, he was surprised that he had that kind of room.
But
A little too much dribble by Charles. Dumas, 51, and the Bulls, 45.
see, he has trouble when he has to move left to right to get his shot off. But when he
Second timeout taken.
Kevin Johnson sees the opening down the lane. He can't believe it's going to, as Magic said, when you back off this guy, you're asking for a headache, a three. And Marley.
Remaining in this first half.
Competitive. He said, you have a bunch of fighters and battlers on that team. They'll come back next game.
Cotton Fitzsimmons, Senior Executive Vice President of the Suns, color commentator on the radio. Executive Vice President of the Suns, color commentator on the radio broadcast. Michael Jordan, 7 of 11. He has 15 points.
He said, well, if I can't get to the basket tonight, I'll just pull up and take my jump shot. You see that he had his head down, that froze Dan Marley, and he just jumped right up for his jump shot. Dan Marley backing up.
Fouls. He does have Stacey King and Scott Williams joining Jordan, Pippen, and Armstrong. Michael Jordan has 17 left in the first half. Barkley with a spin. Charles Barkley with a gorgeous move.
Fake like he's going to the middle. He's going to spin baseline. See you later. Don't bother to.
For 14 from the field, you saw John Paxson check back in. He's had the hot timeout has been called. This is Game 5 of the best of 7 NBA series. Bulls up 3-1. Recapping Game 1 in Phoenix. Michael Jordan with 31. The stadium in Game 3 in triple overtime as Dan Marley was a 111-105 victory. Michael Jordan, the 5th player in NBA history to score 50 or more in an NBA Finals game. And he did it for the most part off. Now to one, Barkley effectively, but could not convert. The Suns led by as many as 16 in the first quarter. Chicago, it's Phoenix 54, and Chicago
Who is comfortable, be comfortable, because they're in trouble.
and that's the way he is able to psych himself. Barkley with 18, Jordan with 17 at the half. A talk with Bulls coach Phil Jackson.
On the start of this third quarter, but you know, we need boards and we thrive off defense.
All right, good luck to you in the second half, Coach. All right, back to you, Marv.
And third quarter in the foul, and he will go to the 15 points.
Play the two-man game with different people. This time Dumas sets the screen, roll.
8 of 9 from the field. For Suns in one stretch led by as many as 16. The Bulls able to turn it around and come back. Pippen. Oh, beautiful move by Scottie Pippen, who has 15.
A moment ago on the baseline, makes the quick move, one dribble on the floor, able to get to the rim. But going back to what Magic
Ran over to help. Barkley has a three-pointer lined up. Will be Chicago in possession.
in the first half from the perimeter, Charles Barkley.
Barkley 0 for 3 from three-point land. Kevin Johnson guarding Michael Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Jordan. Shot clock at 5. Jordan cuts it to a 4-point Phoenix lead.
On a surge down the stretch. You have to watch out with the way Phoenix points. If they get hot in the last couple of minutes, you may not be able to catch them.
Oh, Dumas! And scoop, and he drew the foul.
What's happening here is that, first of all, Michael Jordan is just going to take KJ as close as he can to the basket and then jump right over him. He's been doing that. And on the other end, Richard Dumas has been living off the double teaming of Charles Barkley.
Bulls were cold at the end of the first half, hitting only 2 of their last 9. Pippen trying to set up Cartwright, went off his chest. Off his chest. Mentioned he has been very quiet. official. The Suns lead by 8.
I love what the Phoenix Suns are doing in their half-court offense. They're really executing their offensive play in the half-court very well.
Michael Jordan line drives it home. Phoenix 61. And Chicago. Richard Dumas with all 7 Phoenix points this third quarter. Barkley, yes. Charles Barkley has 20. The Suns 63. Played by Michael Jordan. They isolate for Barkley. No help. And Barkley puts it down. Charles went one-on-one with Horace Grant, and Phil Jackson is very unhappy.
You get to a certain point where but the guy who has been playing so well for them, the rookie Richard Dumas, again the pick and roll game with Kevin Johnson and the conversion. When do you come and get it out of Charles's hands because he's just too much one-on-one down low?
Paul Westphal said, yeah, that's the way to do it. He can score off of that double team.
Well, Purdue back on the floor, not able to hit on that tip, and it's Dumas. Well, following a regular season, Dumas struggled. Has been a great supporter of this guy, rookie from Oklahoma.
And that's why the Phoenix Suns are playing as good as they're playing, because see, here they say, okay, Scotty,
There was a little more to that sentence comparing him to Dr. J. He said you may be seeing a jump shot, however.
Yes. Well, and dunk on people, but Dr. J.
And the Suns able to elude the trap. Marley for 3, yes! Dan Marley hitting his second from downtown, and the Suns.
Pitch ahead, stop behind the three-point line, and get it up there before Chicago can rotate back out. Dan Marley press you on you, and once again, this cross-matching defense. What I mean is the unusual matchups.
Suns able to recover. Jordan. Stop from behind. Dumas got a piece of it, and Dumas will finish it off. Mike Jordan upset. He felt he was fouled. Phil Jackson calls for time.
You think back to the last game, remember Michael Jordan get for the dunks? This time when he starts down the lane, look for Oliver Miller to step up, make himself big to Jordan before he can get there. Do I have it? No. There's the big man, Miller. Body contact, the turnover. Again, the defense. 3 people surrounding the basketball. In the Phoenix locker room just before the game, the one thing they talked about was out there tonight.
An 18-9 run by the Suns, and they lead by 14. Well, Charles Barkley says, following that feisty Game 4, that things are now different in terms of physical play in particular against Michael Jordan driving the lane. And that is a subject that we discussed with Charles.
And hopefully if he go out the deck.
Yes, Danny.
First 3 games, Chicago was doing all the hitting. Now in these last 2 games, especially tonight, Phoenix is doing a lot of the hitting. 3-pointer.
Hacks a 3. He is 4. Kevin Johnson. Rebounded by Scottie Pippen. Jordan for 3.
Shots. Michael Jordan a 2, put the 3, then right back to Michael Jordan, who winds up getting behind the 3-point line for a 3-pointer. 8 straight points since timeout. And for Fliz, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. They were making jump shots early. Since that last timeout, Phoenix has had Barkley miss a jumper, KJ miss a jumper. Chicago's right back.
Well, you know that they're trying to do it individually.
14 run in the fourth quarter. Signs of coming on. Jordan just off the mark.
Well, a little bit too soon, Michael, so it was a little high and fading away, kind of.
Kevin Johnson. 14 for Johnson.
And Phil Jackson asked the guards, help us rebound on the glass. Michael Jordan way up in the air from the outside position to get this crowd involved. He's positioned to get this crowd involved. He sees Scotty underneath, but the ball just a little bit too high. He knows it.
Stacey King on the line for the first time. A free throw shooter. And he down. Dumas. Jordan will go to the line.
On the foul line, a little type of box out. Barkley knows MJ's quicker. He might try to fake him out. So he face guards him on the block out so that Michael can't get to the...
And this is the first time that Michael has gone to the basket and got fouled. And this will be his first free throw.
Third. Suns over the limit. Michael Jordan has been off at the free throw line. Only 13 for 18 on Wednesday night. And you can see the Barkley played by Pippen. Barkley dumped it off. This play, Oliver Miller completing it.
Every time.
Crowd looking for a travel. Johnson had it knocked away by Pippen. 3-on-1, 4-on-1. It's Jordan. 4-on-1. It's Jordan. The Suns 76. Third quarter. And a foul on Pippen. Pippen with the shove to pass.
Scottie Pippen knew that he closed there. His only chance was to try and gamble and get around, but you can't use your hands to throw the offensive man at the strip by Paxson. They've got 3-on-1 numbers until number 23 decides to jump in there. Now it's 4-on-1. Michael with the finish. In there. Now it's 4-on-1. Michael with the finish.
Now both teams are over. A foul. Levitt's finishing strong. He has 12 points in this third quarter for a total of 29 in all. Barkley 4 of 5 from the line. 23 to give Kevin Johnson a breather.
Charles continue right here to tell Scott can't guard me. Every time we come down, I'm going to take you one-on-one. And they're drawing back and forth at each other.
Now, if you're sitting there playing you wind up with bad matchups.
10-minute left, third quarter. Pippen. Oh, tip ball. Terrific follow by Pippen.
Now, Scottie is telling
Conversation taking place inside. Charles, Scottie on that last time now. On the other end, tries to overpower Scottie.
Oliver Miller 70% free throw. And now Charles Barkley, 23 of 24 minutes in the first half. Here's the conversation continuing. Thing that has not been done in 27 years. Looking to become only the third team in the history of the NBA to win 3 in a row. We're headed to the fourth quarter. Down by 7. Suns want to take it back.
trash talking got started. It was on this play. And after this play, Charles Barkley started telling Scottie Pippen, you can't guard me. I'm not going anywhere. And then after Charles had scored that play, then Scottie came right back and scored on Charles and said, I'm not going anywhere either. Now, finally, Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns have realized that, hey, we can be friends off the court some other time, but we can't be friends on the court and try to win a championship. Now they're bumping.
They played the first 36 minutes. Trent Tucker has checked in. Barkley 9 of 16, 24 points. Scottie Pippen 7 of 16.
Down the stretch here.
Johnson for Miller. Miller on the tip. Nice recovery by the rookie from Arkansas. Tucker. On Pippen.
Well, missing the first one, not a problem. Again, it's twice Miller doesn't follow up his own shot. Jordan hoping his teammates will get a body.
You sound like a coach. I sound like a player.
Marley, nice move. Both coaches now thinking about the decision. When do you bring back Barkley and Jordan? Scott Blake with his first field goal. The Suns 84. And the Bulls. Frank Johnson spotting the shot. Oliver Miller did the job keeping it alive and guiding it 86, and the Bulls 77.
You know, Danny Ainge was 10 for 18 in the first 2 games, but since that time, he's only...
Fourth, timeout has been called. Charles Barkley enjoying what he is seeing. His club up by 9. Reserves Jordan was on the sidelines cheering his teammates on. Then Michael made his return to the court, and he helped put it away. 97. The Suns by 7. As Harris, here's the trip. Barkley, West, Marley up front. Johnson and Ainge at the guards. 5 on the 24. Kevin Johnson. Yes. Kevin Johnson has had a solid game. He has 16 points. 8 Bulls, 79. Jordan with the turnaround. And the Suns now lead. Johnson eluding Williams. Beautiful play by Kevin Johnson, stepping around the big man, Scott Williams.
But West that time.
And here's Marley with Paxson falling down, and Marley was fouled by Jordan.
What everyone is upset about is that the whistle came late. The contact may have been so incidental that the officials
Very upset, and they take a timeout. 20 down, but they've had their ups and downs in the playoffs, although they've gotten to the final round. Ainge and Grant went for it. Grant able to control, and Pippen finishes it off. He thought he was fouled. Suns 92. The Bulls 83. Trying to get it to West. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan went to the hesitation move. Barkley, rebound. Barkley on the run. Barkley for Ainge. And the score, 83 as we come up on 5 minutes remaining of the game. This crowd disappointed. They came here hoping to celebrate a 3-point. Michael Jordan cuts it to 9. The Phoenix Suns. Wild end-to-end play. Paxson. And what? Bulls with their third team have 4. Johnson to the line.
I love what Paul Westphal has done. He was upset that the Bulls were in game 4. Here he is, Charles Barkley, just giving his teammates some encouragement. Paul was very upset. Layup rule. Everybody has to go to the free throw line, and the Phoenix Suns have responded.
The Suns are in the 3-guard set, along with King and Grant. And Jess Kersey waves it off, will not count. Foul.
Well, he go catch KJ on the move, and KJ had nothing to do but to grab him. And it was a good foul by Kevin Johnson. Game. I am very impressed on how they came here ready to play and execute both offensively and defensively.
How about Michael Jordan at the line? He is 1 of 3 from the line in this quarter, 2 of 7, and the Bulls hurting themselves once again at the foul line. Jordan did not shoot well at the line. Again, the Suns have no trouble with it. Barkley able to swing away. Phil Jackson takes a long walk. Felt there should have been a foul. Each hits the 3. Phil Jackson looking for an offensive foul, and Danny Ainge connects.
Here's the most on this team down the stretch is Danny Ainge because of his courage, willingness to take a big shot in tough situations.
Fellow Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship. Well, Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns have been in 3 in a row. No team has won 3 straight in 26 years. 3-point attempt by Jordan went astray. Johnson rebounded by Jordan. Jordan with the hesitation dribble to the line.
What you have to do if you're Chicago is try and stop the clock. One way you do that, you emphasize take the ball to the basket by 11 points. There's 2:40 left. You've got to get possessions. You've got to score more points each time you have it than the other team. With Mark West on the floor, a 51% shooter, maybe you tell the guy guarding him if he touches the ball, foul him immediately. He makes 1, you make 2 or 3, you're picking up points on the exchange.
Well, that's a great theory and a great...
Smart move by Ainge. Michael Jordan hit the
4th quarter. Barkley struggling for possession. Johnson. Yes. and it counts. Kevin field goal, and he will go to the line. He was fouled by Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan was trying to create right there something for Paxson, but Ainge started to come and went back, stayed at home with his play. Jordan turns and banks it off the glass.
And again, the offense got ran through Charles Barkley. He found the open man in Kevin Johnson, and they lay it up. I tell you, this Phoenix Sun team is playing excellent.
Went through the ceremony downstairs. They instead today preparing for it through a full-scale rehearsal right throughout the day, and they are waiting in the
game. Charles Barkley told me that the Suns felt like the people of Chicago were dividing up the will before the
scene. The Suns lead by 10 minutes and a half remaining. Jordan will go back to the foul line, hit by Kevin Johnson.
After that timeout, Ahmad just came back with us with this information that shots up quickly, not necessarily long shots, but don't use up too much clock.
And remember what you was talking about, Mark West. Paul Westphal said, yeah, I know Mark West can't shoot free throws too. Now I'm going to put in Frank Johnson. So good move by Paul Westphal.
Johnson and Kevin Johnson on the floor at the same time. Nice feed, but Barkley is rejected. A minute 10 remaining. Fourth quarter. Here's Pippen.
In the last second or two.
Well, Kevin Johnson saw the opportunity, and with the burst of the basket, able to
We have not been able to stop them on the critical plays when we've had to. That last strip, last time down, was the critical play.
Chicago, and they will beat the Bulls 2 out of 3 here.
The Chicago Bulls are in trouble. They're in trouble. This thing is going to go 7. The last 2 games, even with Michael scoring 55 points, I thought the Phoenix Sun team still outplayed them. They had the chance to tie that game. Kevin Johnson misses that ball. I mean, he turned the ball over. Come back, turn it around again in this game. I tell you, the Phoenix Suns are playing better. They're hotter. They're playing better than the Chicago.
Michael Jordan at times. Jordan only 4-24 on jumpers from the outside.
37 and 4 remaining in the fourth. Well, no team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit to the finals. This is a step in the right direction. I mean, let's get things into the proper perspective. Ainge called for that Jordan, who was gunning from three-point range. Michael Jordan back to the line. He's 6 of 8.
I'm gonna go on the limb and say that it's gonna be 7 games. This is gonna be 7 games. I have no question in my mind. It's going to be 7 games. And I tell you what, everybody better hold on. That American West Arena, them fans of the Phoenix Suns will
booking promo here.
This team is playing. They're confident right now. The Phoenix Suns. No layup rule. Play aggressive, play hard. We don't
foul. His 3rd.
And the last thing I'm going to bring up that I felt that was here for the Phoenix Suns, they didn't play that friendship stuff tonight. They went after a game. You can see that they said, okay, enough of that.
And Marley departing. Gerard Mustaf will make a cameo. Marley leads with 11, along with 7 assists, 6-95 lead. Michael Jordan sitting down, departing with 41. That's Tucker hitting a 3.
The same Phoenix Sun team that has been that's happened.
And once again, Pierce did a nice job. Paul Westphal for the first time, leading most of the way. Remain alive in this best of 7 as they knock the Bulls 108-98. The Bulls now lead 3 games to 2, but this series goes back to Phoenix. Game 6, Sunday night. Airtime at 7. That's Eastern time right here.
Paul, the Chicago Bulls came into this game
tonight, but I thought our defense was great. Michael was fantastic as usual, but he really had to work hard. He didn't get into the paint. Like
the other night we were talking, you guys are down 3-1, and you kept saying, it's our destiny. It's our destiny.
I believe it is our destiny to win the world championship. I have believed that for the last year. And I believe in my heart that we're going to win the world championship. And I told you that. I don't care about being down 3-1. God want us to win the world championship.
I don't know if I go that far, Charles.
No, I talked to him the other night.
But wait a minute, Charles. Now, how do you guys remain so confident?
Well, this is our 5th game that if we lost it, our season was over. But I'm telling you, it's destiny. I don't care what anybody says. We believe that it's our destiny to win the world championship this year.
Had to be motivated by the people who are getting ready for a championship
yes, Chicago. You can take all that wood off them windows. There won't be no riots and things tonight. Might be later, but take all that plywood off the windows.
All right, Charles. We'll see you in Phoenix.
Thank you, baby.
Little World Wrestling Federation effect here from elimination in the playoffs this season. Join us Sunday night in Phoenix, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Game 6 of the NBA Finals. We'll bring it to you tonight.